I'll speak for myself. I think there's no question you're the 2020 Trainer of the Year. How does it feel? That's kind of a consensus now. Training is not something where you get a ton of glory. How does it feel when your contemporaries or people in boxing media have you in that high standard?
Well, I think that it's great, right? Because you work and people are acknowledging your work and your success. But I think that I can't be focused on that. Even though, listen, would I want to win? Yeah. And listen, it's still not set in stone that I want to win. But the thing about it is, it's like I'm like the people's champ, right? Because it's not. Last year, I had Jamel knocked out a guy, won, and like I said, Jamel knocked out a guy, and he regained his title back. Errol fought 2 Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, Mike Garcia and Shawn Porter. I say it all the time. It's like, so how do you not get that? So it's like, listen, you gotta remove yourself out of the situation. Just to listen, man. Because if I win these awards and the fighters I'm training not looking good, hey man, then it's not even worth anything. So I mean, I think that I have to be focused on my guys and get my guys better and keeping them where they are. That's what it's all about.
Do me a favor, Coach, real quick. Separate yourself from the other coaches. For me, that was one thing. I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. I never said that you were a overrated coach. I simply said that I don't know much about Derrick James as a trainer outside of him having a couple of champions. But do me a favor, kind of tell us the kind of coach that you are and what works for you in relation to your fighters, why they've become so successful.
I think that, man, I have great students, man. I think that me being a fighter, me being all about technique, all about, like with Errol, I'm working nonstop on his reaction time. Both of the guys, I'm working on reaction time, trying to get them to do this, react to this or that. It's kind of like, man, I want perfection. Like, I could call them at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Man, I had this idea, thinking about this, and so it's like, and that's how it's kind of like, I won't stop until we get it right. And the thing about it is, you got Errol Spence and Jamel Charles, they can go anywhere else. They can go leave and go where they want to go, right? And any trainer in the world they want. But what happens is, because I don't quit, I won't stop. If it's something they're not getting, like sometimes I may say something to Jamel, he doesn't get it. Okay, then now I'm going to show him how to make the motion. He's still like, okay. Then I'm like, man, well, how do I get it? Because it's not them, it's me. So it's not them, it's not receiving it, it's me just not articulating it well. So I have to find a way to get it to where you understand, you see it, and then we receive it. Same thing with Errol. It's like, okay, do this, do that. And it's like, I won't quit, man. I won't stop. Not saying that the other guys do. You said, that's what I do. And I always say, I never separate myself from the pack. This is what I say. I'm not better than them, and they're not better than me. Because really, there's no way to truly grade that situation. It's just by the level of success we have each year. Now, for the past 4 or 5 years, I always have been the last candidate, if not, you know what I mean? So whatever that means, but I've been more consistent. But it's like, listen, man, if your guy's not winning, it doesn't even matter.
Coach,
it doesn't even matter.
Is it a competition for you as a coach just as much as it is for us as fighters? Do you look over across the ring and say, I'm out coaching you tonight? Or, at the end of the fight, you say, man, I'll coach him this time. Is it that kind of competition for you, or is it just all about your fighter and all about winning?
It's all about my guys, man. Listen, man, and all about doing the job that they asked me to do. So what happened was funny about this. Somebody asked me about that, like when we were going to fight Mike, like we got Robert Garcia on the other side. And man, he's like, what do you think about that? I'm like, and I said, I'm my greatest competition. And I'm not worried about him because I'm my greatest competition. So what happens? I trademark on my greatest competition. Bam. So and put it like this. When you said what you said about me being overrated, whatever, listen, that didn't bother me because listen, I never said I was the greatest. And at the same time, listen, so I did make some T-shirts. So
there you go.
Two times unified and scratched out and it says overrated. So there we go.
Oh, hold on, man. Hold on.
But that is, wait. Wait. Well, listen, Shawn. That's not a dig at you. It's just like you turn lemons into lemonade. What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
It doesn't bother me. Put it like this. I I had a conversation with Mike McCallum years ago. And he told me about a conversation he had with Marvin Hagler. And so I took, from the conversation we had, it was like, we need each other. So listen, we're co-workers from time to time.
Absolutely.
Why would I be mad at my co-worker? How does work go? How does work go when you mad at your co-worker? So you can't take it personal.
You can't do it.
You couldn't make the money you make. We couldn't make the money we make if we didn't have each other.
Without each other.
So I'm gonna be like, oh man, the hell with Shawn. Well, for what? Think about it, for what? Because we're co-workers, man. You have to find out how to co-work with co-workers. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I promise I'm not mad. But I thought it was, I said, man, you see, I tried to make a t-shirt out of it like 2 times unified. Then she calls out, overrated. There we go. So I was like, man, hey. and that's like, look, that's not a dig. That's me just saying, hey, I'm gonna find a way to capitalize on it.
Absolutely. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.